Good morning. This is Sunday, April 6th. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I wanted to do a deep dive into this bottle number 22, which is the forgiveness bottle. It's a deep magenta over a paler magenta. And the magenta is both in the conscious and the unconscious. I'm going to go a little bit more depth and read from this book, The Wisdom of Color Mirrors by Melissa and Karani. And you can tell this is a well-used book. Bottle 22. And as I read that, I will spray a little bit of Archangel Metatron into the air, into the auric field. Ooh, love it. Allow that to seep into your auric field and calm you. It's very good for calming, for assisting you if you're overdoing, overbeing, or overgiving, so that you can let that go. So bottle 22 is the forgiveness bottle. This is a challenging number and relates to the Fool in the tarot card. The Fool has to start the journey again and again. But these colors hold the answer to the Fool's predicament. Magenta relates to divine love. This is time to let go and let God. This Metatron is acting as the bridge between heaven and earth so that we are able to really allow ourselves to be in bliss and live heaven on earth at this point in time. Surrender to your own highest knowing and allow the perfection of what is unfolding. You are starting a new cycle. And the more that you are able to let go of fear and connect with the divine love, the easier your path will be. These colors are strongly indicative of a healer's journey and ask you to finally forgive God and yourself as part of God or the universe or whatever you choose to call God. With forgiveness comes freedom and a sense of joyful expansion and creativity that ripples out to touch others. Remember what it is to be in faith and innocence and childlike awe. There's no other time than now. You may be harboring resentment and anger towards another, feeling like a victim of their behavior or their beliefs and finding it hard to even contemplate forgiveness, especially with all of this chaos going on. So perhaps it is yourself you're unable to forgive. Let me read that again. Or perhaps it is yourself you are unable to forgive. There may be a specific event or situation you wish you had handled differently. Perhaps you're prone to feeling guilty for every mistake, big or small. Maybe you've always carried a nagging sense of guilt around, although you do not really understand why. When the circumstances and whoever you feel to blame, the first and biggest step is to forgive God or the universe or whatever you wish to call it. Until you do that, you cannot truly forgive yourself or anyone else. And that doesn't mean that you have to, be happy with what that was. It's allowing yourself to forgive so that you can take that angst out of your energetic field so that you can move forward with ease and grace. Even if you outwardly blame yourself or another, lurking behind most guilt is the deep-seated belief that it's actually God who is at fault. As long as you hold God or the universe or whatever you choose to call it guilty for messing up your life, for creating chaos, especially the amount of chaos we're going through right now, destruction or the terrible life events for the things that shouldn't have happened, you are refusing to see the bigger picture. So working with Metatron will give you the courage and the connection to the divine so that we can move forward. Don't get distracted by all the chaos. Keep moving forward, doing what you came to do, sharing your gifts. It's much needed at this time. The first thing is to recognize that you are God and God is you. In a divinely created universe, you are an aspect of all that exists, intricately interwoven with the fabric of creation. You are not separate. You are not outside of the divine. As long as you continue to hold an outside force as responsible for your life or anything that's happening in your life, you are giving away all of your power and revenge on any personal responsibility. You stay small, helpless, and disconnected. So bottle 22, this beautiful bottle, asks you to realize that you are inherently part of the divine and therefore already authentically empowered. Secondly, nothing that happens in life occurs randomly or in a vacuum. Every soul is sovereign, a powerful divine light, being of light who has come to experience, learn, grow, heal, and evolve. Your soul has requested various learning opportunities in this lifetime, and the experiences on your path that have led to guilt or lack of forgiveness have done so at a soul level, so that you can learn from them and grow from them and discover forgiveness and become a more compassionate, evolved, enlightened human being. They may have also happened in part so that you could hold a loving space for others as they go through similar experiences, and you can experience and send out empathy for all. If you continue to see yourself as a victim of another and hold them responsible for your happiness or well-being, if you blame God or fate or random unfeeling universe for your experiences, if you stay locked in the blame, shame, guilt game in any way, you're recklessly throwing away any and all power the divine has given you for your self-realization. Will you really choose to stay in resentment, lack, and poverty of spirit, or will you answer the challenge this bottle lays down for you and claim back your divine, authentic power, yourself, and anyone else? Set anyone else free and finally forgive them. And when we're working with this bottle, 22, the forgiveness bottle, Metatron is a great bottle to work with, as it works with the electromagnetic field, the auric field, and allowing you to feel that shift of being stuck into being unstuck. And it will affect everyone around you where you spray that, in your home, in your office. Bottle 22 is about being responsible for every aspect of your life. It is about being able to claim yourself as a divine being in a physical body. It's about moving once and for all beyond judgment to a place where you no longer need to fix what you or anyone else did wrong, because you've moved beyond any concept of wrong. From there, you can begin to acknowledge the divine in everything and everyone. And this bottle calls when you are finally ready to see that judgments, blame, guilt, and anger have been perhaps holding onto you, are simply not serving you in any way. This bottle is a gift from the universe, revealing a path to freedom. Magenta is the color of the healer, and this bottle's message is that being a healer is not about fixing anything, but about recognizing the divine in yourself and in others. Fixing still says there's something wrong. Love says there never was. This bottle shows up in your life when you become aware that your energy and your love really make a difference to the world, and you will start to walk that love around the planet. And as you do so, you realize that love changes everything. We can only love it right. We cannot fight it right. You realize that where you literally set foot on the planet, you change the planet. With love shining out from the core of you, an energy vibration is created that paves the way for a new reality here on Earth, one based on love and harmony and kindness and empathy and freedom for all. This is a story of the working with the bottle 22 from Melissa Jolly, the creator of the bottles. Bottle 22, more than any other in the range, has been my go-to bottle when I get stuck in old patterns like depression or tiredness or just common or garden despair. The first time I bathed in this bottle, it really shook my world as I heard a voice telling me to forgive God. Shock and horror. Hearing voices in the bath is not what one expects on a normal Monday morning. After I crawled out of the bath and collapsed on my bed until the next day, when I woke up absolutely reborn, I felt completely a different person. And the strongest feeling was that if God was not guilty, then I was not guilty. And if I was not guilty, then I did not deserve to suffer. This one got me out of the feeling that I was somehow guilty for everything. I believed I was guilty, and so what I saw outside of me was the reflection of things to be guilty about. That law of attraction, the more that we focus on something, the more that we see that in our lives. The biggest lesson in Magenta is that guilt is a complete and total misunderstanding. Since the initial visceral experience as this truth, I can honestly say that my life has changed in a really big way and many small ways. If I feel any of those old patterns beginning to surface again, I immediately go back to bottle 22 and remind myself that I am innately innocent, and so is everyone else. And I remind myself that suffering of any kind is created through misunderstanding of reality and truth. Another side effect of bottle 22 is that I am much more aware of God's hands in my dealings. If I think one thing should happen and it does not, I now know that I'm not supposed to push and shove and drive myself and all around me mad. I stop and know that it is the right thing that is happening, as that is all that can happen. Every moment of the day is God's moment. And in God's time, or the universe's time, or whatever you choose to call it, all things work perfectly and in God's time. My body knows that truth, and the knowledge of this stops endless amounts of anguish. Every single bottle in the system is about bringing heaven to earth, and they will each do a bit you need them to do in any given moment. These bottles will speak to your soul, and your soul will speak to you. So as you choose a bottle, like the one behind me, especially the dual bottles, the bath bottles, it gives you a message and it sends you healing energy, not only through my computer, on my phone, or on my website, or in the book. A lot of people will purchase this book and then they'll go ahead and use it like a tarot deck and see what bottle pops up of them that day and what message is for them that day. So thank you. And if this was speaking to you and you would like to know more information or would like a complimentary reading from me, my website is color, COLOUR, mirrors, USA.com, or Deborah's, DEBRAS, energypoints.com. Blessings and namaste until we meet again.